Now let us move on. What we have next? We have completing the square method. So now completing the square method is a very important method, I should rather say. So algorithm. Let us look at the algorithm. Step 1. Obtain the quadratic equation. Let the quadratic equation be this. This we all know. This is the general form. It's a general form of quadratic equation. This is the general form where a is not equal to 0. You should mention that because this is the leading coefficient. I have already told you why a is equal. This is a constraint. This is a very important part. So this is the general form. Okay. Now they are saying step 2. Make the coefficient of x square unity by dividing throughout by it. If it is not unity, which it simply means that the coefficient of x square over here is a, right? It's not 1, it's a. So what we will do, our second step should be, after writing the equation, our second step should be, we will divide the entire equation, the left hand side as well as the right hand side, by the leading coefficient, which is a. That is step number 2. Step number 3 is shift the constant term c by a on RHS. We will get a constant term c by a, we will shift it to RHS. I will do the entire thing. Just let me read this out. Step 4 says add square of half of the coefficient of x, that is b by 2a whole square, on both sides. We will do that. Step 5 says write LHS as the perfect square of a binomial expression and simplify RHS. Step 6 says take square root of both sides, and step 7 says obtain the values of x by shifting the constant term b by 2a on RHS. So let us do this. Okay, let us see how the solving by completing the square method works. So our first step, what is our first step? Our first step is we need to take the equation. We just simply need to take an equation, the general form of a quadratic equation. We will divide. Here it says divide, make the coefficient x square unity by dividing throughout by it. So we will divide throughout. X square plus bx by a plus c by a is equal to 0. Now what's the next step? The next step says make the the next step is shift the constant term c by a on RHS. The constant term is this. We will shift this to the RHS. We will write it as x square plus bx by a is equal to minus c by a. Okay, we can do that. Now what we will do? Now our aim, the main aim should be, we have the LHS. This is the LHS, right? This LHS we have to write it as a perfect square number, like a, either we have to write it as a plus b whole square, or we have to write it as a minus b whole square. We have to do that. So how we will do that? Let us see. So what we will do? We will do like this: x square, we will write 2bx 2a. This is our first step. We can write it like this because we just divided this expression by 2, and we just simultaneously multiplied the same expression by 2, so that 2 and 2 gets cancelled and we will get this. We just did that. Now what we will do, let us look at the next step. It says add square of half of the coefficient of x, that is b by 2a whole square, on both sides. We will add b by 2a whole square on both sides. So x square plus 2 b by 2a, this we just took the x outside. Now we will write it as b by 2a whole square c by a plus b by 2a whole square. We can write it like this. Now if you look at the left hand side, it is x square plus 2 b by a x plus b square. This is a plus 2ab plus b square. So we can write the LHS as x plus b by 2a whole square. Simple. We can write it like this. And if we simplify the RHS, you will see b square minus 4ac by 4a square. Okay, that is what we are getting. Now we will take the square root, because that is what we have been asked in our algorithm. Take square root on both sides. That's our step 6. So here we will take the square root on both sides, that is x plus b by 2a is equal to plus minus obviously by b square by 4ac by 4a square. Okay, Now if you want to obtain the value of x from here, it's very easy. X is equal to plus minus root over b square minus 4ac by 4a square minus b by 2a. This is the value of x. We will have basically two values of x. Once we have to consider the positive value of x, and then we have to consider the negative value of x. So it's pretty simple. So this part is done. This is the general form. That is how we take the we solve quadratic equations by completing the square method. Now let us move on to sums. Okay, here this is the first sum. One second. Yeah, this is the first sum. What we will do? What was our first step? Our first step was to divide the entire equation by the leading coefficient. So we will divide the entire equation by 9. This is 15x by 9 plus 6 by 9 is equal to 0. Now x square, if you want, you can just cancel this out. This will be 5x by 3 plus 2 by 3 is equal to 0. This is equal. Now what we will do? Now our next step was to take the constant term to the right hand side. So what we will do? We will take x square minus 5x by 3 is equal to minus 2 by 3. We took it to the left hand side. Now what we will do? Now we will do that 2 thing. We will divide the equation and we will multiply it to like this, minus 2 by 3. Okay. Now what we will do? We will add b by 2a whole square on the both sides. B by 2a whole square on the both sides means what we will add? We will add x square minus 2, this is what we have, by 6 x plus, this is b by 2a, this is the b by 2a term whole square, minus 2 by 3 plus b by 2a again, b by 2a whole square. So from here to here, what we did, we just added these two terms on the both sides, on the LHS and the RHS. So as you can see, this is simply an a minus b whole square formula. A is x, this is a, b is 5 by 6. Okay, so this is x minus 5 by 6 whole square. When we evaluate, this is coming out to be 25 by 36 minus 2 by 3. And this will come out to be x minus 5x whole square and 25 minus 24 by 36. This is equal to x minus 5 by x whole square 1 by 36. This can be written as x minus 5 by x plus minus 1 by 6. Simple enough. Now I'm just writing it here. So x is equal to 5 by 6 plus minus 1 by 6. So 5 by 6 plus 1 by 6, or x is equal to 5 by 6 minus 1 by 6. So the value of x comes out to be x is equal to 1 or 2 by 3. Okay, that is how we will solve it. So you can do this question is exactly the same. We will divide with the leading coefficient, we will follow the rest. So let us do this question. This is a little different. Let us approach this question, but it's the same thing. Here, as you can see, the leading coefficient is already 1, so we do not need to divide anything, right? So we will directly take the constant term on the right hand side. So what we will do, we will write x square minus root 2 plus 1 x. This will be equal to minus root 2, right? Now what we will do, we will do that 2 and 2 thing. So this is 2x minus 2 root 2 plus 1 by 2 multiplied by x. This will be minus root 2. Now we will multiply, we will add left hand side and right hand side by b by 2a term. So the b by 2a term over here is, we will write this, we will copy this exactly the way it is. We will write plus root 2 by this whole square. This is the b by 2a term, right? This is equal to b by 2a. So this is b by 2a whole square, right? That is understood. Now Okay, this is equal to minus root 2. We have to add it to the both the sides so that the equality is maintained. 1 second. Yeah, this is whole square. Now this is equal to x minus root 2 plus 1 by 2 whole square. Simple, a minus b whole square. And this, if you evaluate the entire thing, you will get it like 3, and then this 2 plus 2 root 2 minus 4 root 2 minus 4 root 2, yeah, minus 4 root 2 by 4, that is what it is coming on the right hand side. And this is equal to x minus root 2 plus 1 by 2 whole square, and this is 3 minus 2 root 2 by 4. Now we need to apply a little logic over here. It's very simple logic. So what we have to do over here is, we cannot just simply take the square root over here because we already have a root 2 over here. So if we directly take the square root, then it will not be a simplified form. So we have to first make the the right hand side, we have to simplify the right hand side. We have to make the right hand side in a whole, we have to make it to a whole square form. So what we will do, we will write 3 as 2 plus 1 minus 2 root 2 by 4. We can do that. Now this is x minus root 2 plus 1 by 2 whole square. This is equal to, if you look at this very closely, it will be root 2 minus 1 whole square, and 4 you can write it like this. So right hand side also is a perfect square. Right hand side has also become a perfect square now. So you can write x, we can take the squares out, so this will be, but you have to remember the plus minus. The plus minus is very important because this is a quadratic equation. Quadratic equation will always have two roots. So x will be equal to root 2 minus 1 by 2 plus root 2 plus 1 by 2, or x will be equal to minus root 2 minus 1 by 2 plus root 2 plus 1 by 2. So when we evaluate this entire thing, you will see that x has two values. One will be root 2 plus 1 one second. Yeah, 1 should be 1 goes off here, 1 and 1 goes off, so it will be root 2, one value will be root 2, or x will be equal to, here 1 and 1 goes off 0, another one is 0. Okay.